Hello. Welcome to Coffee with Ciara. You may have noticed I got a haircut. Got a lot of hairs cut. Here comes the cat. I felt like I needed a change. And kind of spontaneously, as these things usually go with me, I decided I needed a haircut. So here I am, back to short hair, and it's good timing for summer. It's good timing for me feeling overwhelmed with life. Come here. Come here, dummy. It's good timing for my hair growing back. I have lots of little like baby hairs under my bangs that you can see. So hopefully it'll come back nice and thick. It never was like thick, but thicker is always better. I don't think, oh, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, I don't think thin hair has ever been in style, but that's not necessarily true. And it doesn't matter. So we're moving on. I have a haircut. Hooray. Here's Wayne Blake. Say hi to the people. There he is. Hi. It's been a minute. I gave myself permission to take weeks off as needed, but I was not anticipating taking 2 weeks. I don't know when the last time I recorded was. Feels like a long time. I needed it. I've been going through a bit of depression and a bit of, yeah, just like a low and kind of a roller coastery, emotionally roller coastery time. So there could be a number of factors, internal and external, that are affecting that, but I do feel like I am back in a place of feeling hopeful and feeling like my actions I'm taking are going to make a difference in my emotional state and my life and the lives of others. It's important to feel like you have impact on your world. And the funny thing about depression is, for me anyway, and for many, the circumstances, obviously there is circumstantial depression, but for me, the circumstances are rarely different between when I am experiencing depression and when I'm not, which is really frustrating. Because I'm like, my life is good. Why am I so miserable and unhappy and unfulfilled? And there's no reason for it. So then, my brain comes up with reasons. It used to be, well, and it still is. It used to be, the world is a horrible place and people are horrible to each other and we can't fix it. So what's the point of anything? And now it that is manifesting in climate anxiety. And like, the world is burning up and nobody cares and we're not going to fix it and nothing matters. Which of course doesn't shift into a so eat, drink, and be merry for tonight we die kind of hedonistic mentality. Instead it turns into like just depression, where I can take no joy in anything. Yeah, it's dumb, and it makes me feel dumb for like even experiencing it, because like I said, I can't find like a logical thread as to why it's happening. But you know, it is what it is. And there have been some things that I'm sorting through. I hope to talk more about as I come to a more settled place with some of these things. A lot having to do with social media and marketing my business and the role that my business versus my art plays in my life. Just a lot of stuff that a lot of the same things keep coming up. And it doesn't necessarily mean like some of it is I just can't reconcile these things, so I move on. So I'm like trying to actually spend some time in thought and getting some help to think through some of these issues, and I'll talk more about them later, but I just don't want to talk about them now because I'm still in a point of conflict, and I'm just going to be talking in circles. So for the sake of everyone's attention that you are giving to me right now, I'm not going to waste our time. And I have a lot. I did like make stuff in the time that I've been away from this. So yeah. But how are you? What are you drinking right now? We have a delicious, I think it's from Colombia, a super delicious single origin coffee that came in the mail. It is delightful. It's so smooth. And it has like a very berry flavor to it. There's the hummingbirds. Oh, the garden. I should post pictures of the garden. The garden is lovely right now. We got our backyard all figured out. We still want to establish a lot of more plants, get more potted plants, plant more plants, and put more seating and stuff back there. So we're still working on it, but like the hard work is done now. It's just like filling the space. We've created the space, and now we get to fill the space. So that feels really good. Jamie and I sat out there last night. I put up the string lights, of course, the twinkle lights back there. Sat out there and got eaten by mosquitoes and drank beer after Hazel went down, and the lights were on, and it was so cozy. Made me really happy. So we're enjoying the yard. We're enjoying the season change. It officially feels like spring into summer now currently, at least here in Chico. I know it's still just starting to feel like spring maybe where you are, but the hot heat is on its way next month, and so we're trying to take advantage of being able to be outside all hours of the day while it lasts. So okay, let me show you some things. Oh, first I want to show you, this was gifted to me by my sibling-in-law Casey. It's called the Pasta Tarot. Here, I'll hold it over here. And it's a really fun deck. It's very like lighthearted and delicious, and it's just a very like celebratory deck, it feels like. So I'm gonna pull a card for us just for funsies. Let's see what we've got. Two of Lunga, which I believe is swords in the traditional tarot. Lunga is a long pasta, and this is peachy pasta. So Lunga, peachy, contemplation, choice, and decision. Two of Lunga. So yeah, that feels relevant to me right now. contemplation, choice, and decision. I feel like I've been in limbo for a while and like not really sure how to move forward, so think about it, make a choice, decide, act on it. Don't know if that resonates with you, but it does with me. Anyway, it's a fun deck. It also makes me hungry. Especially those stuffed pastas. Oh my goodness, which is the cup suit. Oh, so good. I love me a stuffed pasta. Okay, now on to some knitting news. I restarted, because the weather felt right, I restarted this mesh top. It's on really short needles. This eventually is supposed to go around my body. But let me spread it out so you can see the pattern. This is the mesh pattern. There, you can see it against me best. Yeah, it's just like a crop, batwing, simple mesh top. So meant to be like a cover up or to go over a fun bra or tank top. So I need to get more, I like these little bralette crop tops in fun colors, and I should get a couple more of those to go under this. Yep. Anyway, I have been working on this while I listen to Wool, which is the first in the Silo series, which I watched the season of Silo on, what is it, Apple TV? Is that it? It doesn't matter. It's on streaming somewhere. And I liked it, and I really like the book. It's very well written. I'm enjoying it quite a lot, and it's, yeah, so I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks, and this is good audiobook knitting because it requires me to look at the pattern on a fairly regular basis just to start and finish each row. But I've got the lace pattern down on lock. Like it's a very easy to memorize lace pattern. So that's nice. And then I found a yarn supplier out of Canada that it's a family farm, and they have a lot of different colors available, and they're very affordable. These were like $10 each, which is incredible for single source wool. I don't know what kind of sheep it is. I'm sure their website says. But anyway, they have like over 400 sheep, and they have it all milled and dyed locally. But anyway, I'm going to be making, I bought a huge box full of these colors, mostly red, because these are going to be my, I'm going to knit some matching Christmas sweaters out of this. And I'm going to design it based on Pietri's sweater from Rare Exports, which is our favorite Christmas movie of all time. Yeah, Pietri's the boy who wears an awesome sweater pretty much the whole movie. So yeah, and I should be able to adapt it for all 3 sizes, and it seems like a pretty simple pattern. There's a couple of points where I have to hold 3 yarns at a time, but I've done that before, and it's only for a few rows, so it'll be fine. And I think it'll be really fun too. And it's nice, thick, it's worsted weight yarn, so knitting the bodies and sleeves are going to go really fast as well. Yeah, so that's going to be my big project for the rest of the year. I just need to sit down and take the time to chart it out and figure out our different measurements. Tin Can Knits is a knitwear designer, and they have released a wonderful like recipe book for how to create your own colorwork sweaters for all kinds of sizes, all kinds of yarn weights. Great resource. So I bought that a long time ago, and I will be using that to design Christmas sweaters for me and my boys. So that's that fun project. And then of course you have to wind all this yarn as well, but that's okay. That's its own fun thing that's fun to do while listening to audiobooks or watching TV or something. So yeah. Art. I did manage to get another Oracle deck painting done. This is Coyote. This one took me a while. I came back to it in stages. I'm kind of not sure where to focus my energy. I mean, I do know where to focus my energy right now. I have an art show coming up in May, which I'll talk about in a second. But so I should be working on those paintings, but I wanted to work on my Oracle deck still. So I currently have 11 pieces for the Oracle deck, and I got a frame that they will all fit in, and I'm going to hang twine across to clip them all to, and then have there be no backing on the frame. Does that make sense? So they'll be like in the frame, clipped into the frame so that I can access them, but it'll be easy to hang in the frame. So there's that. And they're going to go up in the Desert Dreams show, which is in May. But the other pieces I'm working on for that show, I'm bringing in some past work from my Space Cowgirls series, and then I have that big cactus abstract, which is the title piece, and then I have my UFO stuff. So I've got a few UFOs around, and then I'm hoping to finish this one, which I don't know if you can even see it all in frame. That's pretty close. That's very in progress. This is like one session of like laying stuff in, trying to figure out the different values. So there's that. And then this little triptych has been a lot of fun. I can't really show them all together because I only have two hands, but I created them all at the same time, like the abstract piece, and I painted them all to complement each other, and there are some elements that like cross between the three paintings. And then when I when I made, nope, this one is on the opposite side of this. Let's see if I can figure out what goes where. When I put these there, when I put the backgrounds on, I made sure that the horizon line was consistent across all three. So I'm going to sell them separately, but if you do want them all together, obviously they are a triptych. But they can be sold separately. Yeah, so I just need to lay in night sky and the UFOs on those guys. I think I'm going to do silver UFOs and put a moon in the middle one and stars and like a comet and stuff. So yeah, I've only got 1 week left to do all that. We'll see how far I get. I'm most excited about the triptych, so I think I'll probably be able to finish those. Yeah, so that's what's been going on with me. Yeah, there's, of course, all of the originals will be available at the show. You're welcome to buy them early. Just message me if there's one you see that you want. I would love to sell it to you. And I'm adjusting pricing too, because I want things to move. I've kind of, since refocusing my income goals back on the day job. I'm less concerned about making a living at art. One conflict there I'll touch on briefly is, so art's extremely subjective. Pricing art is extremely subjective. It's really difficult to make pricing decisions when you are factoring in your market, what your market will pay for, the saturation of the market, and how much money you want to make. It seems simple that you would just set your prices to correspond with how much money you want to make, and then, you know, find the people who are willing to spend that. But there's also like demand, and the art world is weird when it comes to demand. And I feel weird trying to find people with disposable incomes great enough to sustain my livelihood. So that's a thing that I'm dealing with on the side. I know there's a simple way to look at it, but I feel really weird and conflicted about it. I know it's unnecessary, but that's what I'm working on. I'm working on it. And if I were to just switch to a print model, that would assuage some of my like weird feelings about it all. But prints don't seem to sell very well. Let me know if you're interested in prints. I can make them available again, but it's more work than they're worth with the number that I sell. So I don't know. I don't really know what the answer is or what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, I was talking to someone today and I was like, I feel like I'm like checking all the right boxes as far as how to, you know, be successful as a working artist, but it's not panning out. Which is part of why I'm like, well, maybe I should just refocus on the day job as my income and let the art just be an outlet. Then that leads to a lot more thoughts. I said I wasn't going to get into all this, so I'm going to end it there. After giving you a little glimpse into my deep, dark thoughts about the economy of art. What a weird space it is to navigate. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to share. What I've been working on, enjoying the garden, some of my mental health issues. It's also just a crazy time of year, and I think that my brain doesn't like season changes. It has a real hard time. So I think that's part of it too. Transitions are tough, I think, for a lot of people, but yeah. Anyway, I hope this finds you happy and content and well wherever you are. Let me know if it is or isn't. Let me know what's going on with you, either in the the YouTube comments or in a reply to the newsletter, if that's how you found this video. Yeah, I will talk to you later. Bye.